We're back again with more Rivals Mythbusters. I got a lot of questions from y'all in my last video. I'm going to go over them while addressing a couple of new myths I've been hearing along the way. One I saw a lot was something about Jeff's resurfacing ability. In the previous video, I tested with a lot of stun characters to no avail. However, some of you think that you can use characters like Venom, Magic, or even Squirrel Girl to sedate Jeff. Well, I'm here to tell you that it is not possible to launch Jeff up and out of his resurfacing ability. So characters like Spider-Man's uppercut, Venom's diving strike, Winter Soldier's grab, Magic's up tilt, and even Squirrel Girl's snare can't stop Jeff. But a great comment did highlight that you can stop Jeff's ultimate as Punisher while in your turret form. I even tested if you can use it practically in game, and yes, you can. Just listen out for his ultimate voice line and then click your turret form as soon as you see the red outline. But Punisher's not the only character that has an animation that can stop Jeff. Another animation immune to Jeff's ultimate is the Hulk when he turns from Bruce Banner to the Hulk, and also when Hulk uses his ultimate. A lot of you asked if Doctor Strange can use his infinite loop on Iron Man's ultimate to essentially hold the point for longer. And although interesting, sadly this is another thing that's not possible, as Doctor Strange's portal only allows for projectiles to pass through it once. However, this isn't the case with other ultimates like Cloak and Dagger or Squirrel Girl. So you can have an infinite stampede to deter enemies and hold the point for longer. This could come clutch in a ranked game, I'm just saying. I already have a video planned out of some wacky combos and fun ways to play the game. Just let me know in the comments if you want me to move it up in the pipeline. Penny can snare Iron Man's ultimate. This one caught me off guard. I seen this on Reddit and I was flabbergasted. I immediately went into the lab and had to test this myself, and yes, it is possible for Penny to use her web snare to stop Iron Man's ultimate. Now it begs the question, what else can she stop? Like, let's say Storm's hurricane, or how about the Winter Soldier when he's mid-ult? What about Magneto's meteor? Okay, how about the spectacular Spider-Man? Wow. Next myth, can two invisible Lokis see each other? Loki has an ability of deception, becoming invisible and conjuring up an illusion to deceive enemies. But can two invisible Lokis see each other at the same time? Getting into close proximity with others as Loki while invisible instantly uncloaks you. Other characters like Psylocke don't have this issue. While on Loki, did you know you can stop Wanda's ultimate with his regeneration domain, as it converts incoming damage into further healing, meaning you can stop a lot of different ultimates. However, some ultimates last longer than your runic domain, so you and your team have to make an active effort to stop whoever ulted. Hawkeye can deflect Magneto's ultimate. Now in the last episode we talked about how Iron Fist can stop damn near every single ultimate in the game. But while reading up on more characters' abilities and understanding how they play, I realized that Hawkeye has a deflect ability with one of his swords. And after many, and I mean many, attempts, I finally managed to time the animation correctly, stopping Magneto's ultimate, sort of, as Hawkeye still took heavy damage from his ult, but I did manage to survive. So as a Hawkeye main, it's at least worth knowing, even though more times than not you do have a double jump. So you're probably wondering, can he stop Iron Man's? While also being hard, I wasn't able to get the same results. But hey, if someone else can tell me in the comments that they were able to stop Iron Man's ultimate and have a video to show of it, by all means, drop it in the comments. But for now, it's still a myth. While talking ultimates, I want to talk about Thor, specifically how bad his ultimate is. The fact that he can be stunned, countered by damn near everyone in the cast is incredible. Like, the devs actively tried to make sure they stopped Thor. Mantis can stun him, Luna Snow can freeze him, Hulk can hit him with an exile, Winter Soldier can grab him straight out the air. So yeah, it's not looking good for Thor mains. But can we infinitely delay Thor's ultimate? No. I also wouldn't know the practical use of this, but it does suck that this is not possible. Next myth, can Winter Soldier extend his ult by killing Loki clones? Now if you didn't know, Winter Soldier's ult can go on indefinitely. As long as there's enemies, Winter Soldier can go again and again and again. Alright, I'll stop. But can Loki use his clones to bamboozle Winter Soldier into wasting it? Well, even though Loki's clones have HP, it still does count as a kill for Winter Soldier and instantly refills his ultimate. Alright, I just checked back on the video and holy damn, you guys went crazy on this one. I appreciate it. I'm going to chat with more of these if I get more questions in the comments. There's so much nuance in this game that I love. But comment down any questions or myths you have in the comments, and I'll come back with a Mythbusters Part 3. So let's rapid fire through these new myths. Penny can hard counter Jeff ult cheese. Alright, let's test this in two different ways. In the first situation, we'll have Penny standing on a point with 4 of her mines lines laid out. And in the second situation, we'll have No Nest and see if she can still stop Jeff. This was a pleasant surprise because Jeff gets constant healing when he's underground. So good tip, myth confirmed. Brooklyn Zen says, can you have Jeff eat Jeff when he's swimming? So even if Jeff has eaten your whole team, can you eat Jeff? I actually showed this off in my last video where I tried to eat Jeff after swallowing enemies and he couldn't. However, I knew that I actually needed 3 people to actually make this work legitimately. 2 on the same team and 1 as the enemy. I only have 2 accounts, so I couldn't really do it, so I had to rely on testing grounds. However, while streaming, I did encounter this same scenario. And it is certifiably possible for Jeff to eat your team and another Jeff to eat you. Kerbo the God says, I'm pretty sure Moon Knight's rune can resurface Jeff. You're pretty sure, huh? You're pretty sure? Are you still pretty sure, right? Okay. At this point, we have to accept it, okay? Old Cow BB said it himself. Jeff is a cosmic being. You cannot stop Jeff. You can stop Jeff in his ult if he's in the middle of spitting out his teammates. If he's spitting out his allies, that means he hasn't gotten a chance to throw off the enemies yet. Meaning if you were able to avoid Jeff's initial ultimate, you have a chance to stun him and save the rest of your team. J-Ron says he wonders if Moon Knight's Unk can work between either side of Doctor Strange's portals. Alright, so to test this, I had the enemy Doctor Strange make a portal, with one enemy going through it and the other not yet. Throwing an Unk down and seeing if it will ricochet and hit the other one, whilst having the Unk in the radius of the portal and the teammate, and the enemy teammate is still as close as possible. And in both instances, it's no good. Trickter asked, does the damage boosting buff also buff healing outputs like on Luna or Dagger? And does the damage boost overall buff the ult progression of that hero? For the first part, myth busted. Damage boost does not equate to healing boost. For the second part, we had Rocket and Dagger. In the first experiment, we had Dagger straight up shooting infinitely until she got her ultimate from 0. And on the right, we have Rocket supplying Dagger with a damage boost. Both of them start at the exact same frame in their ultimate timing, which is 1 frame before hitting 1%. With Rocket constantly giving her damage boost, we'll be able to see if there's a clear difference in how fast Dagger was able to get her ultimate. Even though I was a little sloppy as Rocket in the beginning, I was able to find my groove, and it's very clear that the damage boost definitely increases how fast you get your ultimate. But I still have to put a lot for a 10-second difference. But regardless, myth confirmed. Taylor Garrett asks, wait, does Groot and Magneto walk slow though? Or is it just me? Well, Taylor, I don't know how fast you walk, but according to the official Marvel Rivals website, both Magneto and Groot walk at the same speed as characters like Spider-Man, Iron Fist, Black Widow, Loki, and Dagger, which is the default speed of all characters that are not Black Panther or Wolverine. So yeah, I have to correct myself from the last video. Even Luna, Snow, and Mantis have the default run speed. However, they can almost instantly fulfill those conditions to where they almost always have that speed buff. So yeah, the reason why those characters feel slow is because other characters have speed buffs. And it feels even slower when you respawn and have to get back to the point. Friendly for fan, gotcha, I hope I said that right. For the infinite portal loop, you can bully Loki and have him falling for 30 minutes. As a Loki main, this is true. To make answering interactions with CC easier, look at the border of yours or the enemy's health bar. When it becomes yellow, it indicates that they are immune to any crowd control. This will help a lot in mid matches, as the devs made it distinct enough to save you time and your abilities if you want to know if you can CC someone out of something, like when Punisher activates his ultimate. Noid Gamer says, I'm also a Loki main. Nice. But yeah, that's all the myths we have for this video. Make sure to comment any of your myths or questions down in the comments. Or if you want, you can hop in my live streams over on YouTube and or Twitch, as we did some of these live on stream. If you missed the last video, you can watch it over here. Don't forget, on weekends we're live, so subscribe, and as always, be mighty.